Welcome back to the show, Congressman. It's good to have you here. So Mullen claims the DHS found more than 250,000 suspected non-citizens registered in 4 states. But the database that he wants to use for that, it is not a ledger of registered voters. It is used to determine if someone is eligible for benefits, and it was blocked by a federal judge who ruled it that it violated privacy rights. So we know incidents of non-citizens voting are extremely rare. Is Mullen citing faulty proof to support his threats to state officials?
Yeah, I think he's flat making it up. Look, you don't have to take it from me. Conservative organizations like the Heritage Foundation have said instances of non-citizens voting are, and these are their words, vanishingly rare. It is so rare that it's almost impossible to measure. It just doesn't happen. And this is part of the big lie from the 2020 election. 6 years later, Donald Trump is still whining about the fact that he lost the 2020 election. And he's clearly setting up to run that same playbook this year. He knows he's on track to lose, and he's going to try to contest the results in November.
Well, in his primetime address on Thursday, as you know, the president claimed that the country's election system is vulnerable to interference and fraud, citing alleged meddling by China in both the 2018 and 2020 elections. But the election documents that Trump declassified, they don't back up his allegations. And the strict voter ID bill that he is pressuring Congress to pass, it doesn't even address the issues that he's raised. So since Trump in his second term has dismantled agencies protecting elections, what was the point of this address?
You know, I watched the address. I couldn't figure it out. I guess the point, his goal was to continue to try to bully congressional Republicans into moving forward with the ridiculous SAVE Act. Look, we know that foreign adversaries, China, Russia, and others have tried to interfere with U.S. elections. We know in 2016 that they interfered and supported Donald Trump. We also know that they have been able to hack into any voting machines, change voting results. They interfere by spreading lies and misinformation, trying to pit Americans against each other. There's no question that they're trying to do that. And the agency that the Trump administration set up in his first term to stop that from happening, prevent that from happening, keep our elections safe from cyber interference, Donald Trump has gone about dismantling it, the cybersecurity agency.
So clearly there are deep concerns that Trump is laying the groundwork right now to meddle in the midterms and potentially delegitimize the results. But this week, MS Now reported more than 24 House Democrats gathered to strategize how they would respond if the president tries to interfere in November's vote. So what are Democrats doing to make sure this election is conducted fairly?
We are talking and meeting every single day with outside organizations, civil society organizations, legal organizations, to ensure that everyone's right to vote is protected in November, and that the votes are counted fairly, and that the results are honored. So we're working around the clock in our respective districts in the Congress across the country to make sure we have a free and fair election, and that those results are honored, whatever they might be.
All right, let's pivot to what happened on Thursday after his Senate confirmation hearing to lead the Justice Department. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche met with Epstein survivors. This was after Republican Senator Thom Tillis made that meeting a condition for supporting his nomination.